Hey everyone, and welcome back to POP Podcast. We're diving deep today, you guys, deep into the world of Cardi B.
Oh, yeah.
You know her, you love her, she's iconic, but we're going way beyond just like the headlines and the viral moments.
Absolutely.
We're really going to get into like what makes Cardi B Cardi B.
I think a lot of people, when they think about Cardi B, they just think of the persona, right?
Right.
But there's so much more to her story.
So much more. And luckily for us, we've got this awesome list. It's called Cardi B, 50 Essential Facts. And this thing is packed
Yeah.
with all sorts of like little golden nuggets about her life.
It's like a cheat sheet to understanding what makes Cardi B tick.
It really is. So let's jump right in. And I think a great place to start is her real name,
Okay.
because it is not Cardi B.
No, it's not.
So for those of you who don't know, what is Cardi B's real name?
Her real name is Belcalis Marlenis Almanzar.
Belcalis Marlenis Almanzar.
Yes.
Wow, that's a mouthful.
It is a world away from Cardi B. But you know what? It kind of makes sense. Like, she built this whole other persona, this alter ego.
It's like she needed a stage name that was just as big and bold as she is.
Exactly.
Belcalis Marlenis Almanzar is a beautiful name, don't get me wrong, but it doesn't exactly scream like, chart-topping rapper.
No, it doesn't have that same ring to it.
It doesn't. So Cardi B it is.
Cardi B it is.
And, speaking of names,
Yeah.
her upbringing had a huge influence on her music and her style. So tell me a little bit about where she's from.
So she was born and raised in the Bronx, New York City,
Okay.
with Dominican and Trinidadian roots. And you can really hear those influences in her music.
Totally. And it wasn't always easy for her growing up. She's been very open about her struggles,
Oh, absolutely.
about her past. And I think that's one of the things that makes her so relatable. She doesn't shy away from the tough stuff.
She owns it.
Yeah. And, before she was selling out arenas and winning Grammys,
Mm-hmm.
Cardi B was making a name for herself on social media.
Oh, yeah. Remember those early days on Vine and Instagram?
I do. She was hilarious.
She was so funny and so raw and unfiltered. Like, she just didn't care what people thought. And that's what made her so great.
And that's what made her stand out because, like you said, back then, everyone was trying to be so perfect and polished online.
Right. It was all about presenting this, like, idealized version of yourself.
Yeah. And then here comes Cardi B, just like, boom,
Keeping it real.
keeping it 100% real.
And people loved it.
They ate it up, and that rawness, that ability to
Yeah.
connect with people, that translated perfectly to reality TV. And I am, of course, talking about Love and Hip Hop.
Of course, Love and Hip Hop was like her launch pad to the world.
It really was, because I think before that, a lot of people knew her from social media, but they didn't really know her story.
Right.
And Love and Hip Hop gave her this platform to really show who she was beyond just those like funny little snippets online.
And it was perfect for her because reality TV is all about personality.
Right.
And Cardi B has personality in spades.
Oh my God, she's got it coming out of her ears.
Exactly. And she used that platform and it worked.
It worked, and then boom, like a rocket Bodak Yellow explodes onto the scene in 2017.
Oh my God. I remember exactly where I was when I first heard that song.
I feel like everyone does.
It was just so different, so powerful, so catchy.
It was an anthem.
An anthem.
It was a game changer, #1 on Billboard. And then she becomes the first female rapper to have multiple #1 hits.
Incredible.
This woman is breaking barriers left and right.
Absolutely.
And if you're loving this Cardi B deep dive, don't forget to like and subscribe to POP Podcast for more fascinating conversations about the people who shape our culture.
Yes, please do that.
We'd love to have you along for the ride. And, we've been talking about her personality and her background, but we got to talk about the music,
Oh, the music.
because her music is so direct, so honest.
Yeah.
She talks about money relationships,
Yeah.
female empowerment, all with this incredible swagger.
And she doesn't hold back.
Not at all.
She tells it like it is.
And that voice,
Oh, that voice.
that contralto range, it's deeper than most female rappers, and it gives her this edge, this power.
It's like she commands attention every time she opens her mouth.
Absolutely. And then there's her lyrical style. It's witty, it's sharp, it's playful.
And often incredibly clever.
There's this one line from Bodak Yellow that always sticks with me.
Okay, which ones?
It's that little bitch, you can't fuck with me if you wanted to.
Oh, iconic.
So bold, so defiant.
Though Cardi B.
So Cardi B, and she's not afraid to be in your face.
Nope.
And that's what makes her so compelling. She doesn't shy away from the tough stuff. She owns it.
And that confidence, that refusal to be put in a box, it led to her winning a Grammy for Invasion of Privacy.
Oh, yeah.
Which is a landmark achievement.
Let's talk about that for a second, the significance of that The first solo female rapper to win a Grammy for Best Rap Album.
Incredible.
It's huge.
It's a testament to her talent, her hard work, and her impact on the music industry.
Invasion of Privacy wasn't just a collection of songs.
It was a statement.
It was a moment.
A cultural moment.
And then you think about her collaborations, Bruno Mars, Maroon 5, Megan Thee Stallion.
The list goes on and on.
It's like she can do it all.
And she does it so well, she just keeps raising the bar.
It shows her range, her versatility, her ability to push boundaries.
She's not afraid to experiment, to try new things.
And speaking of pushing boundaries, remember WEP?
Oh, how could we forget Bad Rap?
Talk about a cultural phenomenon.
That song was everywhere.
It sparked so many conversations.
Some people loved it, some people hated it, but you couldn't ignore it.
You couldn't ignore it. And that's Cardi B in a nutshell.
Unapologetic.
Fearless.
And always pushing the envelope.
She's not just a rapper, she's a force of nature.
She is.
She's a businesswoman,
Yeah.
an actress,
Yeah.
a mother, an activist.
She's a multi-hyphenate extraordinaire. And you know, it's funny because she's not just about the music.
Right.
She's also a savvy businesswoman.
Oh, yeah, she's built a brand, an empire, really.
She's got her own merchandise line endorsements with major companies like Pepsi and Reebok.
It's smart, right?
So smart.
Like, she's not just relying on music, she's leveraging her fame, her personality,
everything
into something bigger.
And she's doing it all on her own terms, you know?
Yeah.
She's not letting anyone dictate her moves.
It's that independent spirit, that hustle,
Yeah.
that makes her so relatable.
Definitely.
It's inspiring, actually.
It is.
It shows you that you can come from anywhere, you can have any background, and you can still achieve incredible things if you work hard and stay true to yourself.
And if you're not afraid to take risks, I mean, look at her acting career.
Yeah.
That role in Hustlers alongside Jennifer Lopez.
Such a good movie.
So good.
It was a departure from music, but she killed it.
She was amazing in that movie.
Seriously, who knew she could act like that?
Right.
It shows her range, her willingness to step outside of her comfort zone.
Totally. And let's not forget those voice acting gigs.
Oh, yeah.
The Angry Birds movie, too.
Talk about unexpected.
I know, right?
It's like she's constantly challenging herself, trying new things, showing us that there are no limits to what you can achieve.
Exactly. And it's so refreshing.
It is?
In a world where everyone seems to be trying to fit into a mold, she's breaking the mold.
And that's what makes her a true icon.
It really is.
Okay, so we've talked about her career, her music, her business ventures. But let's dive into her personal life for a second.
Okay.
Her marriage to Offset, it's been a roller coaster.
It has been very public, very up and down.
Definitely all those ups and downs. It's played out in the public eye.
Yeah.
But you know what? I respect her honesty.
Oh, absolutely.
She doesn't try to hide it. She's open about the challenges of relationships.
It's real life.
It is.
Relationships are complex, and she's not afraid to show that.
And then there's her daughter, Culture.
Ah.
She clearly adores her.
Mm-hmm.
And she's trying to balance motherhood with this insane career.
It's got to be tough.
I can't even imagine.
But she seems to be handling it with grace and humor.
She really does. And, you know, one thing I really admire about Cardi B is that she's not afraid to speak her mind.
Oh, she's definitely not shy.
Whether it's about politics, social issues, or just everyday life, she's got an opinion. And she's not afraid to share it.
And I think that's what makes her so influential.
I agree.
She uses her platform to speak out about things she cares about, and she encourages others to do the same.
She's not just entertaining, she's making people think.
Yeah.
She's sparking conversations. And, you know, there are so many fascinating nuggets in this 50 essential facts list.
Oh, tell me about it.
That really highlight her depth.
Like what?
Like the fact that her nickname Cardi B actually came from Bacardi.
Oh, that's right.
It's simple, but it's clever.
It is?
It's like she took something ordinary and turned it into something iconic.
She really did, and her musical influences Missy Elliott, Lil' Kim.
Oh, yeah.
Strong, powerful women in music.
It all makes sense now.
You can totally see those influences in her style, her attitude, her music.
And she's bilingual.
Oh, yeah.
English and Spanish. It just adds another layer to her talent and her global appeal.
Absolutely.
Before we get to the end of this deep dive, if you're enjoying our exploration of all things Cardi B, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to BOP Podcast.
Yes, please do.
We're dropping new episodes all the time, and you don't want to miss out.
You really don't.
And, you know, it's fascinating to look at her journey from those early days on social media to her global stardom.
It's amazing.
She's come a long way.
She has.
And she's done it on her own terms.
That she has.
And it really is amazing to see how far she's come. And what's really cool is that she's not afraid to be vulnerable, to talk about her past, her mistakes, her struggles. It makes her relatable.
Oh, totally. She's like the girl next door who just happens to be a global superstar.
Exactly. And I think that's why people love her. She's authentic. She's real. She's not afraid to show her flaws. And that's what makes her so inspiring.
Like, she's a walking reminder that you don't have to be perfect to be successful.
And that you can be both strong and vulnerable at the same time.
Absolutely.
And, this fact list mentions her philanthropy, which I think is really awesome.
Oh, yeah.
It's not something she broadcasts.
Yeah. Why?
She quietly supports charities and disaster relief efforts. She's using her success to make a difference in the world.
It's really commendable.
Okay. Back to the fun stuff.
Okay.
This list has some great tidbits about her personal style. Remember that iconic peacock tattoo on her thigh?
Oh, yeah. And her sister's name tattooed on her arm. It's really sweet.
It is. And, she's a total foodie. Dominican and Trinidadian food are her favorites. I'm talking mango roti, all that deliciousness.
Oh, my God. That sounds amazing.
Makes me want to hop on a plane right now.
Me too.
So as we wrap up this deep dive, I'm left thinking, what does Cardi B's journey tell us about fame in today's world? How has she managed to navigate the craziness of social media, the pressures of the music industry, and all while staying true to herself?
It's a really interesting question. I think she's shown us that authenticity is key. Like, she's not afraid to be herself even when it's messy, even when it's controversial, and that's what resonates with people.
I totally agree. She's broken so many barriers. She's challenged so many norms. She's proof that you can achieve anything you set your mind to as long as you're willing to work hard and be fearless.
And she's done it all, being a mother, a wife, a businesswoman, an advocate. She's a true role model for women everywhere.
I think Cardi B's story is more than just entertainment. It's a reflection of the times we live in. It's a reminder that we can all make a difference no matter where we come from or what our background is.
Absolutely. It's about breaking barriers, challenging norms, and using your voice to make a difference.
Couldn't have said it better myself. And that's a wrap on our Cardi B deep dive.
That was fun.
If you enjoyed this episode, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to POP Podcast.
Yes, please do.
We're constantly exploring fascinating lives and having thought-provoking conversations, and we'd love for you to join us on this journey.
We would.
So until next time, keep exploring, keep learning, and most importantly, keep it real.
Keep it real.